Hi. Hi,
Hello.
Hailey. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So for a new tennis fan, just introduce yourself. Who are you and what do you do?
I'm Hailey Baptiste. I'm from Washington, D.C. I'm 23 years old, and I live in Delray Beach, Florida now.
Everyone lives in Delray Beach. Is this
Yeah.
correct? Like, do you
Yeah.
guys all just hang out on the weekends? Like, we're all tennis players. We all live in
Yeah.
Delray.
Like a lot of tennis players are living in Delray, Boca, Miami area, just because the courts are everywhere. It's
Right.
kind of like the tennis hub of the world.
Got it. And I guess the weather helps too.
The weather is good all year round.
Yeah.
Obviously, it rains there, but usually dries up pretty fast because
Right.
it's so hot.
Okay, awesome. So you went pro at like 2019, am I correct?
Yep.
That's when you went pro. So you've been sort of slowly, steadily climbing up the rankings. What has that experience been like? Is that hard? Like, give us a little bit of an insight on how hard that is, like going through.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, starting out, I think I was around 17 or 18. You don't have any ranking. You're playing very small events, no fans, and you grew up watching obviously the big stadiums, and so it's very different than obviously what you could imagine. And obviously, you have that motivation to kind of get to that point where you're playing in the big stadiums with crowds and all that. So in the beginning, it's definitely tough, but I was hungry, and I think that I moved up pretty quick, and that was also very motivating to just continue to push for more.
Okay. Well, if we look at your recent rankings, let me start at Indian Wells, for example. You went through qualifying, and then you got to the second round of Indian Wells. You had an impressive run at the Miami Open. How does that sort of momentum carry you forward? Like, do you go from tournament to tournament, see that improvement, and build on it?
Yeah, I mean, definitely carrying the momentum is important, and I come into the tournaments with a little bit of a different confidence. Feeling good on the court and knowing that I can go head to head with like top 10 players and beat them. It's very important. Tennis is super mental, so having the confidence is definitely a big part of that.
How was that Naomi Osaka match? Because that was before you came to this tournament, that was the last match you did in Miami. How was that?
It was a great match, super fun, a lot of energy, and I was super close to closing it out, but in the end, she raised her level a little bit, and I got a little frustrated with myself, and I didn't get over the finish line, but it was definitely very motivating, and it gave me a lot of confidence within myself because I think I played a really good match. I'd played her a couple months before in Auckland, and I didn't do as well, but I think that I definitely had that match under my belt, and so it felt good, and I definitely carried that energy here.
That's awesome. How would you describe your game? Like, what is your game like?
I think that I'm an all-court player. I play with a lot of variety. I think that I'm pretty good defensively, and my offense is also pretty good. I like to use my serve and my forehand a lot, and slice and try to come into the net. So all-court, aggressive play.
Yeah. In your post-match interview, you talked a little bit about your team. I think a lot of us from the outside looking in, tennis players are these just individual people, but there's a huge team behind a lot of players. Mm-hmm. What does that consist of, and how does a good team, help you become a better player?
Yeah, I think when everybody's able to work with each other and trust each other, I've got a coach, or two coaches really, and a fitness trainer that I've been working with for the last, I guess, since the beginning of this year consistently. And I think we all have a pretty good relationship with each other, and we're all very trusting. That's what pretty much makes the team work.
Okay, just two more here, but do you have any, like, who would you say are either tennis influences or mentors that you have in tennis specifically?
In tennis, I would say like probably Francis Tiafoe is my biggest mentor. Somebody that I grew up with, and I know that I can always call him to talk about his past experiences that are probably pretty similar to mine. And he's somebody that's always like had my back and motivated me when I was down or didn't have confidence in myself, and so it's been really good.
And finally, don't need to give me numbers or anything, but do you have any specific goals, or are you a goal person that comes into each season with a goal, or you just go with the flow?
Yeah, I definitely have goals. I mean, I'm hoping to get inside the top 50 in the summer. I think it's very doable, and so that's my short-term goal right now. and I think that I'm moving in the right direction with that. So,
Awesome. Cool. Thank you.
all right, thank
You
you.
so much.